Guest here on The Jump is also playing tomorrow. Let's take a look.
Adebayo, what a player. Bam, punching it home. What a block by Adebayo.
Bam, Adebayo.
Adebayo flipping it up and in.
Stop it.
That's 6'9". How does he do that?
Bam, Adebayo.
And Bam, Adebayo. What a finish. Dragic off the staggered screens. Adebayo up top. Wow.
Bam! We're still teaching our friend Kendrick Perkins how to say your last name. It is a work in progress. But, you know, since you made the All-Star game, it is a necessity. Welcome back to The Jump. It's always so much fun when you're with us here with Scottie Pippen and Chauncey Billups. And we loved hanging out with you in Chicago. You were a first-time All-Star this season. You're also a finalist now for the Most Improved Player Award, joining Brandon Ingram and Luka Doncic. What does it mean to you when they told you you were on that short list?
Just because, you know, everybody's just realizing how hard I work to improve my game and just be one of those top finalists. So, you know, it's a pleasure, and I'm just keep working.
Bam, how have you been able to prove so much from last season? I mean, what's the secret?
I would have to say opportunity.
Ooh.
I got an opportunity to just be myself, and, you know, I got the minutes. I wasn't stuck in this short minute role, and, you know, coach has really emphasized just letting me go, and he's figured that out. He just lets me hoop now.
Bam, I wanted to ask you, how has Jimmy Butler's presence changed the Heat?
He's brought this. He can be himself, actually. If I want to be honest, he's just being himself, and you can see that on both sides of the floor, you know. And it really put him in more of like a leadership role, where he can get guys in certain situations and certain schemes. Like, he comes up to me sometimes, and, you know, he'll call up a play for me because he know I has the high hand, or anybody that has the high hand. And, you know, he's just been a great person on and off the court.
Jimmy said a few times, he said it again, a version of it last night. He said, I love that I can go curse someone else out. They can go curse me out. We all know it's just because we want to get better. And the fact that you as a young player haven't had your confidence shaken by that, but in fact have really fed into that and been energized by that is so impressive. I know your head coach, Eric Spoelstra, one of your biggest fans also. After game one of this series, he was asked about you playing well after a couple of down games in the bubble. And I want to play you, Bam, his response. Listen to this.
He's a winning player, and look, nobody was paying attention 3 years ago to how Bam was playing, and now everybody has an opinion on whether he needs to shoot it, where he needs to shoot it, how aggressive he needs to be. He's doing the right things for our team. That's the only thing that matters. Everybody else can just stick it up, you know where. Because more people have opinions on how he needs to play, but he just continues to play how we need him to play as one of our all-stars and a winning player.
Bam, that was for Spo. That was a lot, right? We don't hear him like that often.
Yeah.
When you heard that, what'd you say?
It's just the utmost respect we have for each other, and you start to realize how much we come in contact and really talk to each other and got to know each other. So just for him to say that he realized, like, when they drafted me, everybody thought I was just some random big that everybody like, what are they doing drafting him? And now everybody has an opinion on when I should shoot, or when I should be aggressive, or when I should pass. So it's kind of like you get tired of hearing what everybody's opinion is if they didn't have an opinion about me in the beginning.
Yep.
Bam, let me give you a little advice right there. Stop listening, young pump. Stop listening to him. But let me say this, man. I've been a big fan of you guys' team. I love that y'all play so unselfishly on both ends of the floor. Y'all floated a little bit under the radar all season. What are you guys' expectations throughout the playoffs this year?
We're trying to win. That's bottom line. You know, we're trying to build back this Miami Heat mold that we had when D Wade and LeBron was here. So we're just trying to be one of those teams where when you play us, it's a headache. You hate to scout for it, and you hate to play against the Miami Heat.
Look, Bam, Jimmy told me that he thinks and you guys think that you can win the title this year. Not be contenders or not be, get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but actually win this year. Does that belief go through the whole team?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it should. the way we've been playing, it should wake everybody else and make us realize like we have a chance.
Well, if things go chalk, the Bucks will see you next, and I know they are paying plenty of attention to you. Bam, always so fun. We'll talk to you in the next few rounds. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Coming up, we're going to have Jay Billis join the show. He'll discuss the results of last night's draft. Dwayne Wade announced the launch of the Social Change Fund. It is dedicated to investing in, supporting organizations that advocate for communities of color through long-term policy solutions, through community representation and narrative change. So salute to Melo, CP3, and Dwayne. Melo told me they challenged all the athletes at the ESPYs. Now it's time for them to walk the walk, too. Now it's time for We'll Make or Miss.
Cue me and do the clapping and be like, action. It's a make or miss league.
Maybe a little more funny than that.
I don't know what am I make or missing? It's a make or miss league. Cut that.
Jimmy. Make footwork. Check out Giannis yesterday with his signature spin and dunk over Gary Clark. All right, Scotty, one of the greatest defenders the league has ever seen. How would you stop that?
Hard foul on catch. Hard foul on catch.
Give him 2 wide open shots at the free throw line.
That's it.
That's how you do that.
And that is how it was done, old school, ladies and gentlemen. Miss, there's nothing more to say than that. Miss ceilings. Lakers always bringing out the stars to the game, even when it's virtual. Lil Wayne sitting courtside again last night. So, I don't know. They're doing pretty well with him sitting in that virtual seat. Chauncey,
Give him a season ticket. Give him a digital fan season ticket.
Courtside.
Weezy F baby all day, every day at the games. For sure, he should be there.
All right. I don't know, Scotty. Do you want a virtual Lakers seat?
I'm going to take a pass. Maybe in the finals.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we'll see who gets there. Make swag. Russell Westbrook rocking this maiden cutoff while being extremely active on the sidelines during the game yesterday. You digging the vibe here? What do you think, Scotty?
I love that coaching outfit. It's great.
Okay, Brody. Oh, I love it. That's so Russell Westbrook right there. He got his guns out. He's flexing.
How do you
He's
think
woofing.
the other coaches feel that they
love
are
it.
now in a muscle competition with Russell Westbrook? This is not good for some of the coaches at the NBA. I don't want to name names, but I'm just saying.
They're going to lose that one, Rach.
Too bad. There's been a lot of discussion about the coaches coaching in the polos, right, in the restart instead of having to be in full outfits. This may be a little too casual for the other coaches of the NBA to pull off. I think this is a Russ-only sort of situation.
Bubble rules, that's all I'm going to say. Bubble rules are a little different.
Miss close range. So ESPN NBA Twitter posted this hypothetical contest of 30-foot shootouts between Dame Lillard and Steph. This was after Kenny Smith went on TV and said that he thought Dame had more range than Steph. Steph responded, "Are you kidding?" And then Trae Young joined in saying, "Can I join?" So Scotty, would you like to see this happen? A 30-foot plus shootout competition between Trae Young, Dame Lillard, and Steph.
Oh, I would love it. I mean, please, just tell me. I'm showing up, virtual, whatever. I want to see that.
All right, so you got Scottie Pippen. What about you, Trae? What about you, Chauncey?
I love it.
Would you go for it?
I love it. As long as Trae Young is not shooting on his home court that the horse competition was on.
I just
like
up a
him.
wound
I
there.
like him. He's going to be shooting that from half court. We know Dame is pulling from half, and Steph, come on, we already know.
So who wins?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
Steph says it's him.
I'm going to try to sign up. I'm going to get in.
All right,
How about
there we
that?
go.
Get in.
There we go. Make trolling. The New York Knicks landed the 8th overall spot in the draft lottery yesterday. They actually went down in the order. Some expected a top pick for them, but not De'Aaron Fox. He had some fun with Knicks Twitter, posting a few digs, then a clip of his windmill dunk in MSG earlier this year.
Man,
Chance.
did they pass him up or something? Like, what's up? What's going on here? D Fox?
They did. I was going to say, I don't know if they
Everybody at the Knicks, man.
passed him up.
Dang.
Your former team, Chance.
One of them about 25.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
You were in demand.
I don't feel bad for your Knicks
No?
at all. No.
No? There you go. Someday something good will happen to that team, but it wasn't last night. Let's stick with the draft lottery results, though. The Timberwolves won the lottery and the right to the first pick in the draft. So the Wolves ended the season with the league's third worst record. They'll be followed by the Warriors, who had, of course, the worst record. I want to take a look at some more lottery results, Chauncey. There's been some discussion about how the Warriors should approach this second overall pick. Should they trade it or keep it? So put on your GM hat here. What would you do?
They should turn over every single stone to see how sexy this number 2 pick could be. Who could we possibly go get out there? And worst comes to worst, if they can't get what they maybe would value, take Wiseman. If Wiseman is there, you get the Warriors are going to be really tough next year, but
yes,
you have your guys coming back. You got Wiggins there. And to have an athletic big that can catch, defend the rim, be a vertical threat, and maybe, help defensively in pick and rolls, they're right back in the mix.
I think it'll be a great choice for them to try to get younger out of the draft. Obviously, Wiseman, them needing a big inside, he seems to be the guy that sort of fit the criteria that they need. So I like them trying to get better out of the draft, but it also gives them a chance to get a little younger as well.
I mean, look, Adrian Wojnarowski said last night that in his latest conversation with Bob Myers, they had talked about the window, right? The window for the Warriors is right now, the way those guys are on that roster and their age. So the idea of having a youngster that you got to bring along, a 19-year-old, didn't sound that appealing. If the number 2 pick on its own wasn't enough to fetch who you wanted, Chauncey, would you package that with someone already on the roster and try to really make a move for a guy who's more in their window on timeline?
You have to think about that, Rach. You have to think about it. Again, you have to turn over every stone. But I like the leadership there with Draymond, with Steph. I like them bringing a young guy along, Scotty, and saying, listen, you only have a couple things to do. Go get every rebound and block shots. Clean up my mistakes. We'll bring you along the way slowly. But I love their leadership there with Coach Kerr, and I like it. I really do.
All right. Well, we will see what they do. We'll be watching that over the next couple months. Coming up on this show, you don't have to wait that long. We will be joined by All-Star Heat forward Bam Adebayo. He is up for Most Improved Player of the Year, and he's a lot of fun. You don't want to miss it. Hang out.